Hi, good morning. So, I hope everybody is doing well today. This is Violet. She likes to practice yoga with me, and I'm Margot. And I'm so excited to be able to teach you yoga. And this morning, I woke up with like a little, uncomfortable feeling in my lower back. And so I thought today's practice could just focus on some lower lumbar stability and um, just general balancing out the spine. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to start in a seated meditation pose. So find a comfortable seat. I like to sit up on a block or a prop. So if you have something to sit on, please grab it. And I'm going to take a comfortable seat, cross my legs, and then rest the backs of my hands on my knees with my thumb and my index finger touching. And then close your eyes and take some big deep breaths in and out. Setting your intention for the day that lies ahead of you. Bringing a small curve to the corner of your lips, creating a smile. And I'm going to make my intention for this practice Santosha, which means contentment. Contentment with what is. So even though we are not in our normal routines, we can still find peace with what exists. Peace or acceptance of what is. Acknowledging you can only control so many things in your life and accepting what you can't. That allows you to find a greater sense of contentment. So one of the things that I work on, or I am currently working on, is time. I always feel like there's not enough time. But by telling myself that story that there's not enough time, I think it creates more anxiety or discomfort. So changing the story a little bit can bring you some contentment. So in that instance, I can tell myself I have time. There is enough time. And just accepting what is. And if there's something there that's disturbing or uncomfortable, accepting that as well. So if you're feeling grief or sadness, just acknowledging that it's there and being okay with it. Practicing Santosha, it's this gentle kindness that you can give yourself. Give yourself space to be with whatever is happening. Checking in with the corners of the mouth, turning them upwards. And then open up your eyes. We'll get started with our movement. We're going to just start with some neck rolls. So bring your chin towards your chest and bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And chin towards chest, left ear towards left shoulder. Go back and forth. Lifting your head on top of your shoulders and looking to your right. Look to center and then look to your left. You're going to look center, bring your arms out in front of you, cross your right arm on top of your left arm, bring your palms facing one another, and then interlace your fingers, and we're going to stretch your wrists. So extending your arms out long, bringing your hands back. We'll go back and forth a couple times. You may not be able to get your arms straight. If you can't, that's no big deal. Just go to wherever you can, finding that place of Santosha, right? So we just accept what is. Maybe our body doesn't move the way we want it to. Maybe we have aches and pains, and we accept what's there. Not trying to push it or pull it away. And we're going to shake your hands out. Release any tension in the fingers or the wrists. And then inhale, reach your arms up. And then push the arms down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And we're going to keep your arms out. Kind of flex your palms. And then turn the palms up to the ceiling and then palms to the floor. You're going to bring your palms together and then palms out. Squeezing your shoulder blades together on your back. Something I'm working on is creating a little extra strength in my upper back. So this is a good exercise for that. And then let's bring your arms to a Y above your head. See if you can keep your shoulder blades down as you lift your arms up. Pressing the shoulder blades into the front of the chest, pulling the low ribs down, and then reaching your arms forwards. Good, and then we're going to bring your hands down. Take a couple more neck rolls, moving as you choose. Creating that little smile on your face. Now we're going to come up to all fours, hands and knees. So, tabletop position. And then find child's pose. So bringing your hips to your heels, reaching your arms out long, resting your forehead on the earth. Just extending out. Pulling the belly button to the spine, pressing the tops of the feet into the earth, and then maybe lifting up the arms a little bit, coming to your fingertips, rolling those triceps up. And then relaxing your arms down. Come up to all fours, hands and knees. And take a few cat and cows, rounding your spine and lifting up. Round. Lift. Drop. lift. Maybe moving the hips right to left. Downward facing dog. We're just going to go through sun salutation A. So let's check in with our foundation of our pose, our hands and our feet. So I'm going to bend my knees a little bit, press my hip bones up towards the ceiling, press the tops of the thigh bones back, and then I'm going to check in with my arms. So I'm going to bend my elbows out towards the sides of the room. I'm going to roll the triceps back towards my legs, and then I'm going to press the earth away, lifting the hip bones up a little higher, creating a little more length through the whole spine. I like to keep my ears in line with my upper arm bones. I'm going to take 3 breaths here. Mark my feet forward to my hands, halfway lift, forward fold, stand up, Tadasana, hands to heart center. Since my low back is a little bit cranky today, I'm going to take a block and put it in between my thighs as I go through my sun salutation A's. So I also have my little guidebook here that I'm going to use for our practice. So lift your arms up and forward fold, halfway lift, plank position. So I'm going to do the same thing, check in with the foundation of my pose here, checking in with the feet, so pressing the heels back as if you're pressing against a wall, checking in with the palms. I like to imagine I'm opening up jars, and then I have a little bend in my elbows, and then I'm going to roll my triceps back and then straighten my arms, and then check in with the hips. Lift your hips up so you don't have any sway in your low back. It's not putting any extra pressure there. And then I'm going to lower all the way to the floor. Hands by your low ribs, lift up, low cobra. Lower down. Lift up. Lower down. Lift up. Maybe a little bit higher to upward facing dog. I like to continue to squeeze the block in between my inner thighs. Press the pinky toes into the floor. Pull the heart forwards in between your upper arm bones. You can gaze up a little if you like. And down dog. Again, we're going to check in with the foundation of our pose. So feet and hands. Can you bend your knees just a touch? Lift your sit bones up. Bend your elbows a little bit. Roll your triceps towards the floor and then press the earth away. Super long spine. Walk your feet forward towards your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Stand up. Mountain pose. Hands to heart. Now lift up. And fold forwards. Halfway lift. Plank position. Again, checking with the foundation. Heels press back. Hands pull away from one another like you're opening up those pickle jars. Elbows maybe bend an inch or so, and then straighten them as you roll the triceps forward towards the front of the room. Gaze forwards, check in with the lower back. Lift the belly up, lift the sides of the waist up. Lower down. Low cobra or upward facing dog. Lower down. Low cobra or upward facing dog. Lower down. And one more time. Low cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So let's walk your feet forward towards your hands. Halfway lift, left back. Forward fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink your hips, reach your arms. Find one point to look at out in front of you. And let's sink lower. Continue to squeeze that back. You can bring your hands to your heart. Reach your fingertips back behind you. Airplane your arms. And then reach your arms up. And then reach your arms back. And then reach your arms up. Arms back. Arms up. Arms back. Arms up. Hands to heart. And then let's twist. So bring your right elbow outside your left knee. I still got my block in between my thighs. Pull the right hip back a little bit. Reach your heart forwards. Sink your thigh bones low. You can smile. And then come back to center. Chair pose. Airplane your arms. And then lift your arms up. 2 more. You might feel a little burn in those thighs. That's okay. Right? Being a little bit comfortable with something uncomfortable. Twisting your left foot outside of your right thigh. Revolved chair pose, pulling the chest forward, reaching the left hip back. Chair pose, stand up, hands to heart. Just take a breath, feel Tadasana, so resting your hands by your sides and checking in with the feet, connecting to the inner edges of the feet, the outer edges of the feet, and then find somewhere in the middle. Lifting your heart towards the ceiling and lifting the head up like you have a little puppet string lifting you up towards the heavens. Reach your arms up. Bring your hands down to the floor from your halfway lift. And then we're going to remove the block out from underneath from in between your thighs. Step your left foot back. Find a low lunge position. So I don't know if you guys saw that, but like typically we kind of want to like maybe go right or left or do something funky. And then in order to find a level pelvis, then we want to pull this right thigh back. Right? So we draw the front femur back and then press the root of the back thigh up. So I'll come out. So this is kind of like hanging out, right? And then we're going to pull that right thigh back and then lift this head of femur bone up. So let's take a couple of breaths here. You can lift your arms to the ceiling, crescent lunge pose. I'm going to bend my left knee a couple of inches and then lift the left hamstring up. You may wobble a little, that's all right. You may shake a little, that's all right. And then we're going to just bring your hands to your heart center, lower the back knee to the ground. So just stack your right ankle on top of your right knee. You can place your hands on your hips, pull the right hip back. And then again, inhale, reach your arms up. You can find Kali Mudra arms. So you interlace your fingers at the top with your index fingers reaching towards the ceiling. And then create a little back bend. So lift your heart up. Rotating your triceps forwards a little bit. Let's bring your hands to the right knee and then let the right knee come past the right ankle. So even though we're bending down low, we're still finding some stability by pulling the right thigh back, pulling the right femur head back towards the back of the room. Maybe pressing into the top of the back of the left foot a little bit if you like. If you want an extra challenge, you can lift your arms up and then come onto the top of the back of the left foot, gazing up. And then we're going to lower the left knee down, come back, hands to heart center, hands on either side of your front foot. Lift the left knee up, step the right foot back to meet your left. Check in with the foundation of your pose again. So pressing your heels back, right? Lifting belly up, checking with the arms, pressing into the thumb and the index finger, rolling your triceps back towards the wall behind you, reaching your chest forwards. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. And I'm practicing my Ujjayi breath, also known as the breath of victory. And then let's walk your feet forward towards your hands, halfway lift, flat back, forward fold, chair pose, Utkatasana. Flip your arms back so they're in airplane arms. You can grab your block again, place it in between your inner thighs. Inhale, reach your arms up. Reach your arms back. Reach your arms up. Reach your arms back. Inhale, reach your arms up. Hands to heart and then twist to the left. So right elbow outside of left knee. Option to fly your arms if you want to bring your right arm down and your left arm up. Release the top arm, come back to chair pose, Utkatasana. Sweep your arms back, lift your arms up. Sweep your arms back, lift your arms up. Hands to heart, twist to the right, left elbow outside of right thigh. Left hip pulls back. Option to fly your arms if you did so on the other side. Back to chair pose, Utkatasana. And forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, flat back, plank position. Pressing your heels back, pulling the belly up and in. Maybe bending the elbows a little bit, pressing the heart forwards. And we're going to lower down. And low cobra. And down dog. Walk your feet forward towards your hands. Remove the block if you still got it there. Lift up halfway. Forward fold. Stand up. Tadasana. Hands to heart. So imagine you've got roots growing out through the bottoms of your feet. Your joints are soft, so not locked out. You're connecting to the earth that supports you. Reach your arms up, forward fold, halfway lift, left foot stays, right foot steps back. We're going to find crescent lunge pose. So bring your hands to your hips, pull the left hip back, lift your upper body away from your lower body. So we're thinking about pulling this left thigh back and pressing the right thigh up. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Take a few breaths. Find one point to look at in front of you. Finding a steady gaze. And then we're going to bring your hands down, or bring your right knee to the earth. Stay in your low lunge position. So feeling the tailbone drop, feeling the left heel pull back, lifting your heart up. And Kali Mudra if you like, so interlacing your fingers at the top, rotating your triceps forwards towards the wall in front of you, and then lifting your heart, reaching up, up, up. And then lifting back up. And then bring your hands to the top of the left knee and then let the left knee come past the ankle and tuck the back foot. I like to press the top of the right foot into the mat. Pulling the left hip back. Pressing the right thigh forwards. Even here, getting a little bit deeper. And then option to come to crescent lunge on the top of the right foot. So lifting the right knee off of the ground. Pulling that left hip back. Looking up. And then lowering the right knee to the ground. Lowering both hands to frame your front foot. Check in with the left knee, make sure it's on top of your left heel, and then right knee lifts off of the earth. We're just going to step your right foot to meet your left, halfway lift, forward fold, chair pose, Utkatasana, and then sit down onto your mat. We're going to grab your strap, and we're going to take a drink. So take a drink of water if you need to, and then lift your right leg up, left leg long. So I'm going to take my left hand to the strap, take my right hand to the top of the right thigh. Press the right thigh bone down. And then lower the right leg over to the left side of the body. Open the right arm to the side of the room. Lift the right leg back up. And then we're going to squeeze your right knee in towards your right armpit. Extend your right leg long on the floor. We're going to take the strap to the ball of the left foot. Left leg extends. Right foot is flexed. Feel both hands on the strap. We're going to hold onto the strap with just the right hand. Take the left hand to the top of the left thigh. Press the left thigh down. Creating a little more space here through the left lower back. And then bring the leg over to the right side of the body. And your left arm out to the side. Just enjoying the stretch, the openness. And then lift the left leg back up. And let's do it again on both sides. So we're going to lift your right leg up. This time pay a little more attention to the left heel and press the left heel into the floor. Hold onto the strap with both hands, pulling the shoulder heads down. And then checking in with this right thigh, pull the right thigh bone away from the right shoulder. And then take the twist. So right thigh over left hip, gazing to your right. And then lifting your right thigh up. And then right knee to chest. Right leg long. We're going to switch sides. So strap on the ball of the left foot. Right thigh pressing down. The top of this right thigh is pressing down. The right foot's flexing. Hands on either side of the strap. Pulling the left thigh towards the front of the room. And then bring your right thigh over towards the right side of the room. Left arm opens to a T. You can do a little self-adjustment by pulling that left hip down away from your left shoulder. And then left leg comes back up. And then remove the strap. Squeeze the left knee in towards your chest. Bring your right knee up towards your chest. We're going to do some work in tabletop position. So keep your chest flat on the ground. You can have a little curve underneath your lower back. So you feel that natural like S curve of the spine, and then press the small of the back into the floor, and then let the small of the back come off. So this is just some gentle core work. Good, and then we're going to bring your arms out to a T, and then bring the knees over to the left about halfway down towards the floor. Knees to the ceiling, and then knees to the right, halfway down towards the floor. And then back and forth as feels good in your body. Pulling the belly button to the spine as you move. Okay, option to extend the legs straight, and then bring the left toes up towards the hands. So right toes towards your right hand. So this just makes the pendulum a little bit longer, but you can just do whatever feels best. So if you want to go back to bent knees, moving back and forth. Good, let's bring your knees to your chest again. We're gonna hold on to the strap. So grab your strap, you can bend your knees, place your feet flat on the floor. And then we're gonna take the strap to the right foot again. Extend your left leg long. Hold on to either side of the strap, plug your shoulders down into the earth. Pull the right thigh bone down away from the right shoulder. You can hold onto the strap with your left hand and give yourself a little adjustment if you like. So your hip bones are level. That's the goal here. And we're going to do a little extra core work by lifting the left leg off the ground. Remove the hands away from the strap and then lift your arms off the ground. So we're going to hold here for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your right knee in towards your chest. Release the left leg to the ground. And then extend your right leg. We're going to just do the other side. So take the strap to the left foot. Bring the left leg up. Right leg reaches down. Finding the stretch first in the level low back. So you pull this left thigh down a little bit, holding onto the strap with just the right hand. Good. And then we're going to, again, lift your right foot off the floor, reach your arms off of the strap and bring them back behind you. Take 3 breaths. Belly button to spine. Right leg is lifted off the earth. Right inner thighs rolling towards the floor. Lower the right foot. Bring the left knee towards your knee, left knee towards your chest, and then right knee towards your chest. Rock right to left. Move the strap out of the way. We're going to take a few rock and rolls forwards and backwards on your mat. So 3 or 4 rolls. Coming back to downward dog. Cross your ankles, plant your hands, downward dog. So check in with the foundation. And come to forearm plank. So coming to your forearms. And then we're going to bring your hips to the right. And then bring your hips to center. And then hips to the left. Hips to center. To the right. Center. Left. Center. Right. Center. Hold. And then we're going to lower all the way down to the floor. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your heart up. And down. We're going to press to plank position. So toes tuck under. Shoulder heads lift. Lift your head up a little. And press. Down dog. Step your right foot forwards in between your hands. Come to warrior 2 pose. So one thing I've been thinking about lately is you do kind of want to have a little rotation of this left hip coming forwards here, but you also don't want it to be sinking down towards the floor. So instead of keeping my left foot at parallel to the back of the mat. I like to keep my left toes facing the left corner of the mat, but still opening up this left hip a little by lifting up this pelvic ridge. Gazing over the right hand, stacking your right knee on top of your right heel, maybe coming a little deeper. And then we're going to come to triangle pose, straighten out the right leg, lift the left arm up. You can find one point to look at in front of you. And then we're going to come to half moon pose. So you may need to grab a block or a prop. I'm going to grab a block. And come up half moon. So I'm going to take the front of this femur back, hug it into midline, press the root of this side back. And then I also kind of rotate my inner thigh of my left leg up towards the ceiling. Find your gazing point. And then we're just going to step back to triangle pose. So step your left leg back. Create that little smile. And then we're just going to come back to warrior two. Turn your right toes parallel with your left. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to reach your chest forwards and down, wide-legged forward fold. You can grab a block if you like, or just bring your hands to the floor, either way. We're going to come up halfway. Keep your left hand on the ground and reach your right arm up. And then lower the right hand with the left hand. And then lower the left hand. Bring your hands to your waist. Stand all the way up. Left foot warrior two. So again, I want to check in with that right thigh bone. Kind of pull this right hip back a little bit. Feel opening through this left inner thigh. Bringing that left knee towards the left pinky toe. Open your arms. Smile. Santosha. It's okay. Wherever you are, it's okay. And then we're going to come to triangle pose first. So left hand down, right arm up. I'm going to grab my block. I like props. So props, when you use the support that you need, you become stronger. You can think of that in terms of yoga blocks or in terms of friends or family. Using the support that you need is important. And then let's lift your right leg up, left hand down. Finding one point to gaze at. Thinking about pressing the top of this left thigh bone back. Rolling the right inner thigh up. Imagine you're pressing a wall with that right foot. And then reaching your right arm up. Gazing to the top hand. And then let's come back to triangle pose. Right foot down. Warrior two. Left foot turns parallel with your right. Right foot out. Hands to the floor. Frame your front foot. Plank position. Vinyasa, downward dog. And we're going to lift your right leg up, right foot steps forward. You're going to flow a little faster. Warrior two, extended side angle, grabbing onto the back of the left thigh if you can, or creating a hole, bind with your hands, opening up the chest, gazing down, right hand down, left arm up, left hand down. Come to like a lizard pose, so you feel the right knee coming out towards the right edge of your mat. And let's lower this back knee to the ground, and then we're going to take king pigeon. So you bend the left foot, grab onto the top of the left foot, open up the chest towards the side of the room, and then look up. You can kick back into that left foot if that feels good for you. And then lowering the left foot to the ground. Bring your right foot underneath your right knee. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and lift the left knee off the ground. Plank position, Vinyasa, or downward dog. And step your left foot forward in between your hands. Rise up to warrior two pose. And then extended side angle, left elbow inside of left knee. Right arm up to the sky. Pull the left femur back. Roll the right inner thigh up towards the sky. Interlace your hands behind you. Revolved side angle pose. Gazing up if you like. Lowering the left hand down, lowering the right hand down. Bring the left hand out to the left side of the foot. Walk the left foot to the outside of your mat and find that low lunge lizard pose. So letting the left knee come out towards the side of the room. Pressing the right thigh up as you pull the left femur head back. Let's drop the back knee. Keep the right hand on the earth, bend the right toes up to the ceiling, grab onto the left foot. And then we're gonna press into that back foot with your, or back hand with your foot. So pressing, kicking back. Right shoulder rolls down and under you. Ooh. It's a big sensation for me. And then lower the left foot. Walk your left foot in between your hands. Left hip back, right leg up. Plank position. Violet likes her little lamb here. She wants me to get a little more playful. She wants me to throw her lamb for her. Okay, Violet, I'll throw your lamb. We're going to come to down dog. Knock your feet forward towards your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Stand up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to heart. We're going to twist again. Right elbow outside of left knee. Toes together, heels apart. Right hip bows back. If you want, you can come down to a little squat. You can make a little chaturanga arms. We can practice a little arm balance if you like. So you come to 90 degrees. You're going to bring your right thigh on the outside of your right tricep. And this is just like a little lift, gazing forwards. And then we're going to come back down, come back to chair pose, Utkatasana. That's hard for me. You can hear me breathing heavy. Hands to heart. Left foot, left knee, or left elbow outside of right knee. Come to a little squat. Bring your hands down on either side of your right foot, or outside your right foot. We're going to bend your elbows to 90 degrees. This side might be a little harder for me. We're going to press your right thigh on top of your left tricep. So we're going to bend and lift. And back to the floor. Good, let's sit down. Let's just bring your legs out in front of you. You're going to bring your right foot inside of your left thigh. Reach both hands up towards the ceiling. Turn your belly button towards that left knee. And lower your chest down. And then lock your hands up your leg. Sit up. We're just going to switch sides. Left foot inside of right thigh. Reach your arms up. Belly button towards your right knee. Fingertips towards your right foot. Lock your hands up. Your legs. Shake out your legs a little bit. We're going to take a revolved seated twist. So bring your right foot outside of your left thigh. Bring your knee in towards your chest. Sit up. Find length through the spine. Place the right hand to the small of your low back. Squeeze your knee in towards your chest. Look up and over your right shoulder. Gaze forwards and relax. We're just going to switch sides. Bring your left foot outside of your right knee. Bring your right knee in towards your left knee in towards your chest. Place his hand at the small of the back. Twist. Look back behind you. And then we're going to look forwards. Unravel. Take your blanket. We're going to take a few supported bridge poses. So, you can use any blanket that you have. I like to, make it like the length of my shoulder blades. So my head's going to rest off of the edge of the blanket. And you feel like this little lift of your heart. And then just start by placing one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Just checking in what's happening in the mind. So maybe you're really relaxed and just notice that feeling. If you're not, notice that as well. Practicing Santosha. Opposite hand on top, opposite hand on bottom. Use the energy of your hands to bring yourself some loving kindness. Violet's bringing me some loving kindness. She wants me to play. And then we're going to finish our practice in a supported fish pose. So turn onto your left side, come up to a seat, grab your blocks, move the blanket. That block hiding here. We're going to put one block underneath your head and one block underneath the shoulder blades. You can have the block whatever height feels good for you. You may need a little support underneath your legs, so it might be a good idea for you to roll up your blanket and put it underneath your knees. Move this higher. And we're going to take Shavasana here. So in Shavasana, we let the eyes drop to the back of the skull. You can open and close your jaw, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the chest, relaxing the belly, relaxing the legs, and letting go what you can't control, and letting be with what is. Put your arms up overhead. And one knee after the other. One to either side, resting in the fetal position with your head on your arms. You're going to press yourself gently up to a seat. You can bring your hands to a little circle so you create this little O with your hands and bring them to your lap. Check in with the curves of your mouth, curve them up a little bit. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you for your practice. Santosha. All right, well, thank you so much. Let me know if I can assist you in any way, or if you have any questions or comments about the practice. And hopefully I will see you again soon. Thank you so much.